Hey everybody, this is Dee Dee. Welcome to my Sexist Womanist Bohemian channel. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you. I am coming here on this divested sexuality talk as a mental health certified peer-to-peer specialist. That's right, I'm a certified mental health peer specialist. I got certified by San Francisco State way back in 2013. I know about alternative sexuality, living in San Francisco, California, currently since the 1980s. So I think I'm pretty qualified to speak, especially to women under 30 about sexuality as that bohemian auntie that you didn't know you needed or you know you need. Right off the bat, men will have sex with anything. If you are from a fatherless culture and you have not been hipped to the ways of men, I think you are at a disadvantage. You need functional male mentors or a functional woman mentor that's going to hip you and not lead you down the wrong path. When you have those functional mentors and they hip you about sexuality, you know that just because a guy wants to use you as a whole, I have to speak frankly here, peer to peer, it's not really a compliment. If you are insecure, you have low self-esteem, father wasn't in your life, not very many functional males, you might have that daddy hole that needs to be filled. And I am not being sarcastic talking about sex. I mean, you need a man to affirm you. You need a man to affirm you in some sort of positive way. And when he affirms that he is turned on by you sexually, sometimes it goes to the fatherless girls' heads. It really blows their heads up. Maybe you might not feel as attractive, and a guy wants to have sex with you. Now, let me get back to the point of this little paragraph. It's not flattering when a man wants to have sex with you if he has not proved with his actions that he cares for you. Men will have sex with babies. Yeah. Other men. Yeah, of course. Horses, dogs, pigs, chickens, shoes, pies, feces, their hand, any crevice. Especially the Black American community, a lot of young ladies have not been put on. They've got this hyper-sexuality from some of their icons, even some of the great ones. Is a lot of things are raunchy now. I have done a lot of raunchy on-stage performances. I don't have any kid. Wild and crazy young skinny performance artist in San Francisco, California. That was the era. That was that world. We didn't have TikTok. Things have changed, y'all. Megan Thee Stallion, she does this thing with her tongue hanging out. I see that all the time. It's hyper-sexuality. When you're sticking your tongue out, and Miley Cyrus was doing that too, that's sexual. It's a sexual signal. Obese icon Lizzo, I just saw photos of her in the Daily Mail. She was actually gripping her obese butt cheeks like it was a back shot, and she was gripping her butt cheeks like to open her cheeks. I'm like, okay, another high level of raunch. Cardi B, she's pretty raunchy. I love Beyonce. Beychella is up there for me as a middle-aged artist. Beychella is one of the show business great performances. Beyonce's recent persona is raunchy now. Sex is overrated. It's better to not have sex with a man than to have sex with the wrong man. It's better to be celibate than to have sex with a guy who doesn't like you. You could be not his type. You could be unattractive to him mentally, and he will still want to have sex with you. This is where Black women are failed by the men of the culture, that they are not hipping young girls that men will have sex with you. They don't have to like what you look like. They don't even have to like your race. And it's so flattering. It feels magical. If you come from a culture where you don't feel so attractive, then suddenly you are culturally competent. You've divested from the Pookies and the Ray Rays, and this Hispanic guy comes up to you, starts talking to you like, or Italian guy, or the Jewish dude, a basic white dude, and he's flattering you because they were raised generationally to know how to court women. They have those verbal courtship rituals. And he starts sweet talking you. You're in bed with him. You think, oh my God, man, I don't know. We're going to get married. We're going to live together. Am I going to be his girlfriend? And he's dating somebody else, and he's using you for your sexuality. Now, this happens to women of all races. I'm talking specifically about black women right now. Dee Dee, have you ever been a sex worker, you may be wondering? Hell no. No. I am friends with many famous sexologists. The woman who coined the term sex worker, her name is Scarlett. Her name is Scarlett Harlot. And she is a close family friend. In fact, she named me. I'm like the second person she thanked in her book called Unrepentant Whore. Her name is Scarlett Harlot. Coined the term sex worker. Annie Sprinkle, a sexologist. Carol Queen, Mistress Cat Sunlove, Margot St. James from Coyote, Call Off Your Old Tired Ethics. But I was a performance artist and the sex workers were wild and crazy and fun, so I did things with them, performed on stage, and I would always say, and I'm not a sex worker. And some of those white hoes got mad. Yeah, like a hoe sex worker, they would get mad. I'm like, I want people to know that I'm not a sex worker and we're all different. I'm giving you my perspective, right? Do you know why I never did sex work, ladies? Because I knew I would lose my power, my femininity. I knew I would lose my humanity because I watched what women were doing around me. I saw how hard it was for white women. The white women were called, they would talk about them like a dog behind their backs. You could be at like a nice place and I say, oh, Susie, yeah, she's just a, she's just a whore. She did this for $50. And this is how men talk about sex workers. I'm like, I know I'm a black woman. I know they talk crap about black women anyway. I do not want to be a sex worker. I don't want somebody saying, yeah, that Dee Dee, she just a hoe. I did her for $50. To each her own. This is my story, sharing with you. I would like to just wrap my arms around you, all young ladies, and say, don't be a sex worker. I know OnlyFans is going to affect your mentality. I don't know one sex worker personally that came out of it mentally sound. In fact, the ones in my age group that did sex work, they're baby grandmothers, never been married. They're always struggling. They always need money. It really didn't work out for them. Nope. How to ace sexuality. You ace it if you want to be intimate with a man by taking your time. Hey, masturbate before you go out on the date. Pleasure yourself. What? So you don't have these visions in your head that after he gives me an orgasm, then we're going to be united as boyfriend and girlfriend and he's going to tell me he loves me. No, he's not. The majority of the time, he is not going to tell you that. And a guy could be in bed with you. You guys could be doing it. He could get up, especially these non-black men. They know how to, they slick, honey. To me, they're slicker than black men. Black males need to sit down and take lessons from these non-black men because they know how to court from their patriarchy. The patriarchy tells them how to work women. Do you think you're his girlfriend? And he'll text you, yeah, you know what? I'm just not feeling it anymore. Like, what happened? Well, actually, I want to date this other woman. And he's been dating the other woman all the time while he's having sex with you. So how do you know if a guy has feelings for you? Men are action. Jake, what are you doing outside of the bed? What are you doing outside of the bed? Is he taking you someplace in the daytime? Now, I know that a fair amount of black women do get used as backdoor women. I'm not talking about anal sex. I'm talking about the guy will come over. He'll make excuses. Come by your house at night. He'll never take you any place. He doesn't take you out to meet his friends. You never met his parents. He comes by your house. He tries to make it easy for you, but they know how to court. So he'll bring you tokens, roses, flowers, cheap lingerie, cheap perfume, and you're like, oh my God, you're besotted. And he's basically using you as an unpaid sex worker. I'll say that again. If he's not taking you out in public, if he's not proud to be seen with you in public, he's not into you and he's just using you for a hole. I will wrap this lecture up right now. If you have any questions, bring them down below. I'll be happy to answer some of them. I appreciate you listening, ladies. I love you. Thank you so much for listening. Like, share, and subscribe.